Hello, and my name is Thomas Kerr. I'm one of the grandsons of William T.Kerr, founder of Flag Day. It's great to be speaking to the residents of Yeadon Borough. I'm speaking to you from the beautiful sanctuary of Northside United Methodist Church here in Brewster, Massachusetts. It's the second year, unfortunately, of dealing with this deadly virus that we've all been having to cope and adjust to. And I want to thank the Borough of Yeadon for inviting me to make a few remarks regarding Flag Day. My special thanks to the leadership of the borough for having this event again this year, to the mayor, especially to Ron for setting up this opportunity for me to speak to you all, and to all the residents for their recognition of this special day and what it means to the community. Community involvement was an important part of the life of William T.Kerr, my grandfather. When he lived in the Borough of Yeadon, he was very active in all community events and was particularly inspired by the flag, and he therefore committed his life, 67 years of it, to making sure that the flag was honored and recognized on June 14th. I'll speak a little bit about that later on. The commitment of William T.Kerr, I believe, centers around 4 P's. The first and most important thing was his presence of God in his life and in all things that he did. His patriotic fervor, the second P, is represented by his 67 years of pursuit of having Flag Day recognized as a national day. His persistence to see this dream come through and into reality. And it's a word that I use often when I speak to school groups. And his pride in the American people and all that they have achieved. These 4 P's represent the life of William T.Kerr. Many people throughout the country, when William Kerr was working on this event, were interested in celebrating an event that marked the celebration of the flag. There were pockets of patriotism all across the country. One of them was in Wisconsin, where a school teacher named Singard conducted flag events, and he's often credited with having some of the first recognized events celebrating the flag. Unlike my grandfather, he was not able to organize a national campaign. My grandfather founded the American Flag Day Association, which today will have a website. And you can go on that website and see pictures of my grandfather with President Truman in 1949 when he was invited to the White House to sign the proclamation recognizing Flag Day, June 14th, as a national day. William Kerr spent all these years conducting business with the Pennsylvania Railroad while also working on his patriotic activities. He visited with 7 distinct and different presidents. He met with Harry Truman, and they became an interesting friendship was formed between them because they found out that they had the same Sunday school teacher, and they enjoyed discussions about their faith. A little known fact about Harry Truman. He became close friends with Herbert Hoover, and when Hoover retired and went to live in the Waldorf Astoria in New York after his presidency, he played chess and checkers with my grandfather by mail. He was an interesting man involved in many things. For children, he was particularly involved and interested in making sure that children understood the importance and value of the flag. When he lived in Pittsburgh, he asked the children of Pittsburgh to collect pennies. They collected over 100,000 pennies and erected a monument to the flag, which is still in place in Schenley Park in Pittsburgh today. He also asked children, school children, to write letters to their governors and to their elected congressmen to support a day of national recognition. We have hundreds of letters from governors who pledged their support for this day, June 14th, to be recognized. Now, the issue about June 14th goes back to 1777. The flag was adopted in 1777 by the Continental Congress. but it was never set aside as a special day of recognition. When my grandfather traveled to Chicago to give a speech, he came back from that speech recognizing that the flag needed to have its special day, just like July 4th did as we celebrated Independence Day. And so he began, as a young boy of 14, to think about how he might start a way to recognize this beautiful and great flag with its special day. So June 14th, 1777, flag is adopted, but it's not until August 3rd, 1949, with Harry Truman and my grandfather attending, that Flag Day became a national and special day that we celebrate each year. As I mentioned in the beginning, my grandfather was very much committed to his faith. And you can see in this plaque, a plaque from the Yeadon Presbyterian Church. He was a founding elder and founder of that church. He also was very active in the Pittsburgh Rennerdale Church. But faith drove all the things, all the decisions and all the activities that he had. Although he was a great patriot, he was a great Christian first and foremost. His community involvement, as I said, was very important. When he moved and lived in Yeadon, and he was very active in the community there, and we're so happy that Yeadon continues to remember him. The flag that I have on the table in front of me was a flag that was flown over the White House. The commemorative plaque is there. Chaka Fattah was the congressman who was in place. That was 20 years ago that we celebrated in Yeadon, one of the special days of my grandfather's events and successes. So I want to congratulate the Borough of Yeadon for their continuation of this tradition, for the success in building community values and community activities, and that I would encourage all of our youth, whatever level of education they're involved in, that they be persistent, that they follow through on their goals and dreams, and value the importance of this great flag for themselves and for this community and for this country. Thank you very much. God bless.